Well, today it looks like we're trying to fix a water leak. Been having a big bunch of water running down through the yard there. It just recently got a lot worse. We got the ground saturated over there with water standing in it. We've got water right here, which I dug a hole thinking it was leaking there, and siphoned most of the water out of it. Now I've got a small hole right here, and I'm trying to figure out which way it's running and where it's coming from. I'm trying to get this to cipher down. Can't tell exactly where it's coming from. And it still looks like it's drafting good because that water was muddy. Looks like I can see a pour down in there where it's coming up out of the ground right there. That may be in here where the hole's at. It does look like the ground is plumb soaked. You can see it where it's coming up out of the ground. Anyway, we've definitely got a problem with water leaking. I hope I can get this flow to stop. I made a little drainage ditch there to help some of the water run off. It's almost completely stopped now. We're trying to cipher it out right now, see if we can't figure out where the flow's coming from. I'm gonna make the water muddy, and I'm gonna try to see where the water's flowing from. It looks like for me, it's coming in from right here. It's coming in from over there, running around. So, and then it's coming up out of the ground. So this ground is so soaked with water, I'm not sure where the water's even come from, to where to dig the hole to find the problem for the water leak. But anyway, I guess we'll continue this to cipher until we figure out where the water's coming from. The water's almost stopped running from over here. Just a little bit of trickle right there, so it may be the leak so bad I can't get it all siphoned out. We may have to put a second hose on it, or get a wet and dry vac and see if we can't suck the water out of it and see where the water's all coming from. But it's kind of hard to tell when you got water. The ground is so soaked. The water's actually coming up out of the ground right there. You can see where it's muddy and coming up out of the ground. So I don't know if the leak is over there, running through the ground. The leak's here, and if the leak's over here, the whole ground's soaked. So we're gonna try to figure this out. Well, I dug a hole right here because I thought, well, maybe it's coming up out of the ground here, and it had a little water standing in this area, so I dug that up. Looks pretty dry. So the water was running over here, running over there in that area, running over in here. But I think I found a leak. At least I think I did. I dug a ditch right here so I could go up under the fence. And it looks like I got water here coming up around this pole right in here. And it's running down, running under the fence over to my siphoning hose. I got where it's siphoning it out. So it looks like the hole may be here right near where this fence post is at. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes to cipher and try to look at it and make sure I'm right. It ain't just, water coming up out of the ground where the ground's so soaked, but that looks pretty clean right there to me. So I'll stir it up and get muddy. The water's circulating pretty fast out through there, so it kind of cleans up pretty fast. So looks like my leak might be right in here somewhere. She's blowing out of the ground. Leak could be over here where it's found a pathway under the ground and coming out right up here, but as of right now, right here's where the water's coming out at. Got bubbles coming out at where I'm stepping on the ground. The water's definitely running out of the ground right there where that post is at. I don't know if you can see it, but she's coming up out of the ground pretty good right there. a few more minutes. Let's see if it stops running. If it does, it might be something else. But what I can tell right there is where the water's coming up out of the ground at. Well, I dug down with my hand a little bit. You can see, boy, the water just pouring out right there. Not sure what that is right there. That may be just a rock I'm feeling. But you can see the water boiling out of the ground right there for sure. So I think it's going to be right here near this fence post. At least the chickens and the horses and everything getting water down through the field there. They got plenty of water. Boy, she's been a flooding down through there. They got plenty of water. I dug a hole here where that water was coming up out of the ground. Dug me a pretty good sized hole here. And it started filling back up again. About to go over there where my ditch is at and start running back down through there again. But anyway, I got the siphon started. It looks like the water's starting to backfeed right there. Back into this area where the leak was at originally. So this hole here I just dug just filled completely up. So I'm not sure if the leak's right in here, running along or where it's at, but I think I'm getting close. Trying to figure out where this leak is, and so I can get it dug up and get the problem fixed. But it's got the whole yard soaked down through there, and I've been trying to figure out where it's coming out of the ground at. It's even soaked over here on the other side of the fence. Soaked in there, so. Got a big mud hole right here puddling. I thought they might have drove that post there in the ground. May have hit a water line because they had a bunch of water standing in that area, so I dug there first. So anyway, I think I figured it out. I think the hole was somewhere right in this vicinity. And I don't know, it may have evened out. I don't think it's back flowing or forward flowing. Whatever that hose is putting out is what coming in. So I think it's about as fast as the hose can travel. You know, I'm gonna get Renee to go back down there and make sure she's still siphoned. Should have brought my wet and dry back today. That would probably speed the system up a little bit better, but anyway, we're gonna see what we can get her done here. I may have to put another line in there to get the water to go out a little bit faster. Hey there, buddy. What you doing? Checking on my work? He's checking on my work. Is it still running good?
Yeah, it's still running good.
Alrighty. Well, he come up and get him a drink of water. Alright, we had a little something obstructing the hose. Now they got it cleaned out and the hose is running a bit faster. It's starting to get a back feed now. The water's feeding back into the area here that I suspected the leak was at. And I dug a trench over there, it stopped running altogether. So I think I may have actually found the source of the leak. It's somewhere right in here. We're going to try to go ahead and get all this water out if we can and determine exactly where it's flowing. And then we can dig it up further to see if we can figure out where it's actually leaking at. But it may be leaking somewhere in this vicinity because not only the water coming out of the ground here, it's filled this area here up. And it's starting to fill this hole up I dug here. So somewhere in this vicinity is where the hole I think is at leaking. I think it goes over to that little, got a spigot under, and I think we got a line running under the ground here. and it's leaking, I think, somewhere in this vicinity right in here. And the water's coming up out of the ground here, filling this hole up now. So that's where that stands. So let's hope we can get the water down here. Try to figure out where it's coming from. And maybe we can get her fixed. But it's definitely flowing. Big old rock. Trying to get that area to drain so that make sure that it ain't coming up out of the ground over there and running over here. I know it's coming out of the ground, but I don't think it's coming out of the ground over there. The hose is still working. Put your finger over it and you feel a suction. It jerks. So she's definitely suffering. So it's starting to take the water out faster than it could going in. Eventually it's probably going to dry up here, and I might be able to figure out where this water's coming from. See, I've got water coming in here now from the ground up here, but I think it's because I'm standing here on it. So water's coming out of the ground right here, running over in there. So the leak may be further up the hill. It just found a pathway over here where it's coming up out of the ground over here. Whenever I notice it coming out. The whole ground's soaked right in here. But it does look like it's taking the water out faster than it's going in now. And the yard's actually starting to dry up over there because everything's coming out right here. Apparently I must have covered it up a little bit. I must have slowed it down a little bit now. getting ready to stop on me. Can't get this water running in there. Get these things drained. Yep, it ain't draining. I'm just trying to determine where it's leaking at. But I think I got it isolated down to this area. Because all that over there's got started drying up now. This will be easy to push it right back when I get done with it. So yeah. Yeah, I got a clock there on my hose where it couldn't drain. Yeah, I better speed it up. Yeah, I see him. Right there. This is one of the hardest water leaks I've had to fix here lately. But the hardest one yet. The ground's so saturated with water, it's kind of hard to figure out where it's leaking at because water's coming from everywhere. You know? Makes it more aggravating to fix. If it went on, probably addressed it when we caught it, and the ground wouldn't be so soaked. But right now I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. Found a new leak here. Maybe that's just the flow of water there. Water's coming up out of the ground here. It's flowing faster right here than it is over here where it's coming out of the ground, or where it's in the ground. So that leak may be actually right in here somewhere. It seems to speed up right in here. So, right here may be our next dig. Still over there, that ain't moving. Over here it is, so. That water pouring out of the ground right here. I'm gonna let it run a minute, make sure it's cleared up, but. Right in here's where the problem's gonna be. Let me show you what I'm seeing. It don't look like it's moving much right in here. I'll come down the stream there a little bit and get to this point. Well, seems like the water's coming out of the ground right there. And that's probably about 3 foot from where that post was at earlier, where it was coming up by the ground there. So now the new place is coming out of the ground right here. See what it looks like it's boiling up. That looks still, that ain't moving any at all. Come down the stream a little bit. Man, if you can see it down in there, but kind of stops right there in the middle of the screen, then it starts moving pretty fast right in here. So I do believe my leak may be right in here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it, how fast that's moving. So it looks like it's coming out about as fast as my siphon hose is taking it out down there. I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but right in the middle of the screen. Anyway, it's siphoning out about as fast as the water's coming in. It ain't raising and it ain't lowering. But boy, it's coming out there. Pouring out there. Get the camera here where you can see it. See, just flooding out of the ground right there. So a leak must be right in there somewhere. Coming directly up by the ground right there. And we're getting close. Get mud all over me. it on the handle. Makes it slippery and you can't grip nothing. Alright, let's dig right here and see what we find. I can see the water boiling up out of the ground. Not sure where that was coming from. I see it bubbling right in here, boiling up through here. You're on the right track. It's definitely boiling up through right in here. Come on, extra. Looks parsley clogged. She's blowing up right in here. That may be actually where my leak is at now. Right. Do you know where that place is that you cut the water off at?
I told you earlier.
It moved from right in here where it was coming up out of the ground to over here now. Well, it's flowing pretty fast too. I believe our leak's gonna be right in here somewhere. The rest of it's starting to dry up over here. Ain't no more water running down through there anymore. It's all coming out right here, running down through yonder. So we might be able to get this yard dried up. Yep, we We're gonna let that cipher for a little bit, clean up and see where that
Well, you need to get that mud
coming
off.
up out of the ground. Yeah, I know I'm pretty bad on mud. I'll get it washed off here in a little bit. Well, she's caked on her, ain't it? It's really caked on her.
It goes to where we go.
My feet ain't a bit wet though. My feet ain't a bit wet. So they're waterproof.
I'm gonna sit down.
No, I don't never wear good clothes, try to wear anything nice anymore. You wear something nice, look pretty decent, you're gonna ruin your clothes. The problem's gonna be somewhere right in here now. It was boiling out of the ground right here, now it's moved over here. Make sure my hose is still clear. I need that to get as much out of there as possible. Well, I must be making it easier for the water to run because this is starting to fill back up again. Let's just see it blowing out right in here. Let it clean up. Let me see exactly where it's coming from. I have to get the water off here in a little bit and start digging. We find the line. I think we may have found the problem though. The rest of this out here is actually drying up. It's looking real bad, a lot better now. Much better. It's starting to actually dry up. So I think the leak originated right in here. Let's try to get this here drained. Wish I had another hose. It's blowing out of the ground right in here. You can see it blowing up about midway to the screen there. You can see it blowing up in there, mud being moved around. There's where she's blowing up out of the ground at.
Yeah.
You gonna locate that place where
He says behind the shop. This is the shop here. Said it has a cap over it. I don't know what a cap looks like.
It's inside. It's inside. Where inside? Just lying on the floor, probably in the living room or something.
so you want me to check the tire pressure?
Yeah, before we leave.
No, Willow. Willow! No. What?
Did you spill water over when we were doing Spanish?
A little bit.
Why did you clean it up? I just stepped in it and it's a lot.
Sorry.
Why did you clean it up?
My bad. Did you grab an egg carton for me?
Huh?
Did you grab an egg carton for me?
But no, why did you clean it up?
Definitely leaking right over there. It ain't dropping and it ain't a raising.
What?
The hose is about as fast as the hose can take it out is what's coming in. It ain't dropping a bit. But it is clearing up right in here. You can see where it's blowing out of the ground right in here. So I'm going to start digging in there, I guess. Give me a rag to wipe my shovel with, please. I done got mud all over the handle.
Here.
Thank you.
How the heck do you do that?
I got it on my hands, cleaning out the ditch. And I get it on my shovel. Yeah. Thank you. Let's see if I can dig it out right here.
Yeah.
Come over here a little piece. How deep that pipe is.
Dog don't listen very good, does she?
No. It's blowing up out of the ground over here now. Dig it deep on it. So I'll have to soften it out or dip it out. Let's go see if we can just cut it off for the time being, because now it's coming out back over here again. Back over there again. That's weird. It must be in that area. Keep playing around with me. A minute ago, it was coming out right here where the cell was at. Now it's coming back over here again. You can see it blowing up. Look at it. You can see it blowing up there. Oh, it's heavy dirt. Full of water. Then the grapefruit got it. Still blowing up there. Yep. It's blowing up over here now. It's starting to move. I think I'm getting close to this whole area is unstable. I can feel the ground moving when I do that. Hope it ain't no sinkhole here and I fall in it. I can feel the ground. I can feel the whole ground just shake. It could be a sinkhole underneath there. See, the water's boiling out, and see when it's boiling out, it's bringing dirt with it, so it's making a big void down in there. And as the mud comes out of the ground, it makes a void down there. Well, then you can fall in it. It'd be a sinkhole. I bet there's a sinkhole here, and I'm standing right on it. This whole area This whole area is unstable. I feel this whole ground, when I just do that right there, I can feel this whole ground right in here just move. I bet I'm standing on a sinkhole. Alright, now it's blowing out of the ground right in here now. We're getting closer. You hear where it's blowing out of the ground right here now. So we're getting closer. Well, chunks of dirt. It's a doggone head. Oh, that one with dirty water in it now. I can't hardly pick it up. It's stuck on heavy. That's heavy. Yeah, I can see where it's blowing up there now. See if it's on the screen. It's blowing up over there now. Didn't realize that was off. That wasn't on there. She's blowing up right in there now. That thing's heavy. Yep, right there where she's pouring out right there. Blowing out right here. Give me another rag, please. Yep, she's still going. Thank you. Give me another one, please. Officially found the leak. Just gotta get down to it. See where it's blowing up out of the ground. Oh crap. Almost lost my sections. Sucked a bunch of air there. Just what's she pouring out of the ground at? Alright, just hit something right there. Yep, I think I just hit the line right there. Yep. Right there's the line. Just found it. Let me go cut the water off now. Then I'll get that stopper down. Then I'll down the pipe.
Come on.
Near the fence?
Almost filling up more. See if that's still running down there or did it stop? It's acting like it stopped. No, it's still running.
Can you feel the section?
Yeah, it's still working. Look at here, Renee. There's the screwdriver. See it now?
Yeah.
Let's get all this water out here. I did hit a pipe right there. I could tell whenever I hit it with a shovel. Now we gotta let the water run out of it. It's no longer boiling out of the ground, is it? So we must have it cut off. May take a while to get this water out of here.
You want a cup?
Let's see here. Yeah, I found the pipe. Put my hand down there. I can feel the water gushing on my hand right there. I feel the pipe down in there. And we do not have it off. We got it slowed down, but we do not have it off. I'm gonna go back over. I have to get it. Well, now the goal is to get the water turned off and get the water softened out of the hole. So I can get to the,
To the top?
yep. My board back there.
What board?
Please. I got it, never mind.
You don't need it?
I got it.
Alright.
Thank you. Give me my silver adjustable. I think this tool will go down in there. Tim, I made this tool. If I go down there, my hands wasn't strong enough to grab that thing. That goes down there and sits in there. When you want to turn it on, you just do it like that to turn it on. It's much easier. Alright, I went and got my wet and dry vac. I think I can get that water pulled out of that hole now.
disappear now. Make it a little bit faster trying to use that air hose. Is it plugged in? All right, thank you. Go ahead and empty her out. Get my filter full of mud. Yeah, I already got a little bit of mud in it. Get that disconnected. That thing got a lot of water in it. I have to wait a day or two before I can even fix it. It's filling up fast. Everything opened up here, and it looks like it's leaking from where that connection was made. It wasn't glued right. Yeah, the connection there wasn't glued right. Around it really wet. Don't take long for that to fill back up. It's filling up pretty fast. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but water's coming in there real fast. It's just filling up by as fast as I can empty it. Even with a wet and dry back, it's filling up fast. So we may have to actually give this thing a day or so to kind of dry up, because I can't glue no pipe with water coming in like this, because the glue won't stick. Yeah, it ain't taking long to fill back up here. That ground is so saturated with water, it just fills up just about as soon as I empty it. Get my light here straightened out. See a little bit better. Yeah, it's filling up both faces. I can empty it. I can't glue no pipe with the ground that much water in it. Yeah, that ground's got a lot of water in it. And I can't glue no pipe with a bunch of water coming in there. I may have to run the vacuum cleaner when I get ready to fix this thing and just leave the vacuum cleaner on to keep the water sucked out of it and try to make some quick repairs on getting that thing apart and back together and getting it glued and everything while the vacuum cleaner's running to keep it dry so I can glue the pipe properly. It's filling up fast. There's a lot of water in that ground. I'm gonna let it fill up with water so I can clean up around that pipe a little bit. So as soon as it fills up with water, I'm gonna get the vacuum over here and try to vacuum around that pipe and clean around it. Well, this is the next day. Got all that kind of dug out, letting the ground trying to dry, and I kept sucking the water out here. Still got a little water sitting in it, but to show you what happened to it, I don't know if you can see, but the whole entire line is just sliding out and in. It ain't glued one bit. If it is, it might be a little bit right here in this corner, but looks like what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to dig out a little bit so that I can raise the line up and kind of work it like I done here. I want to dig out through there a little bit so I can work the line up and down so I can kind of stick it in and get the connection made. And hopefully we can get it glued good this time, but that's what I'm looking at having to get done to get the line fixed today. I'll probably time lapse this stuff. Me digging up the line so I can get the connections made. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get most of this dug out now so I can work it a little. I gotta be able to put the primer on it and glue it. Didn't mean to break it off there. Trying to get it off, it just snapped. Now I gotta dig it out some more. I may not have to dig it out no more. I don't know what water's running out of it. Suck that out.
What did it break on
It
you?
snapped when I'm trying to pull it up.
Well, at least you got some pipes right there behind you. Theory.
Yeah, I got pipe. We ain't got pipe ain't the problem. Just getting this thing lifted up where I can get the connection together where it's clean and make it glue. I'm gonna do both sides at the same time. So it's gonna be a little complicated, but I think we can deal with it. Put plenty of glue where it takes a few minutes for it to dry. We might be able to get her done. Hand me the saws on my head, please. Thank you. There.
Hey, you're gonna have to wipe it out before I put
I
that
know.
Yeah, Theory.
Yeah. How many flathead screwdriver dig with?
I could unlock it to get one.
Grab me a screwdriver, please. Yeah, I hear that leak. I'll have to check it out here in a little bit. It only leaks when you hit the brakes, right? It only leaks when you hit the brakes, right? Probably a brake chamber. I'll have to look into it. I think it got a brake chamber going bad. I'm gonna put a brake chamber on it. But I'll check it out here shortly. I'll take it out here shortly.
Monkey,
Yes.
where's the key at?
Should be in the glove box, huh?
I'm looking and I don't find it.
But water line was just pouring water out of the ground and
flooding the whole yard and everything, so I don't know where it was at out here. This whole ground was just soaked out through here. I mean, it was a mess out through yonder.
Oh boy.
So I had to get a siphoning hose and dig some potholes and start siphoning it, try to figure out which way the water's running. And I got down to this point right here where I seen water coming out of the ground over there at that post right there. And then I kept tracing it and found it out. It was leaking right there where I put it. That darn thing broke with me when I was trying to pull it up. But
Oh boy.
yeah, we'll have to put another
Here.
pipe in.
Screwdriver.
Yeah.
I had to use one off my keys.
Okay, thank you.
Also the front tire inside sounds a little bit low.
Okay, check the air pressure on the trailer.
Yeah.
All right, will do. Thank you. Let's see if I can get you guys over here where you can see better. I need one more rag, please. Go ahead and bring me the glue while you're at it.
Back on your side to get it.
It don't take long to get yourself dirty. Don't take long at all. And the glove, the rag first. Give me the glove. Think about my gloves now. I got my mind on gloves and a rag. Alright. Let's see here. I need the primer.
And this other one's in there. Here we-
Thank you.
I'm gonna go sit down now.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna need a channel lock, Renee. I can't seem to budge this lid on this glue at all.
One on the cement.
Yeah.
That was the one that you just bought.
They got the lid on it pretty tight. I can't budge it.
Remember, I think
Yeah, got it. Metal's tight.
yeah, I think what is it? A machine does that, I think.
It probably does. It act like it ain't been mixed up right. It's like it's separated in there or something. Don't even look right inside. Like they have two different parts they add to it to make the glue up, and it looked like it wasn't even mixed properly.
Oh, I'm gonna go sit down.
All right, thank you. Well, ain't on it. I know they got mud on it, so. Get that on there now and twist it. Alright. That connection's right. Clean the other part. Some of these rags. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Looks like it's just a small section there. So, I'll probably have to cut it twice because I can't get down in there with a piece. Well, wait a minute. My gloves. I'm just still soaked with mud. Trying to keep my hands clean because I might get in the truck over there. Maneuver it so I can fix the air leak problem. And get my hands all dirty and deal with that. About this really. Alrighty, gives me an idea on what I'm cutting it. Get me a black marker, please. Pop the cap.
Yeah, they just had it done. Here,
Thank you.
geez, that thing stinks.
Put the cap back on it.
Yeah, after I wipe it, I will.
when I get muddy.
Yeah, you got oh, the butt on.
I mean, my saw's off. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece. If you pull the trigger, Renee, it works. You picked it up by the trigger, didn't you? Well, this pipe here is a little bit thinner than the other one. A little bit thinner. Not as thick as the other one is. My hair's short. I need a fresh rag, please. This thing keeps dripping water. I don't know if I could even get it glued right. I don't even know if I can get it glued right. I don't know how that glue works with water. Thank you. Look, that primer actually cleans the PVC. Look real pretty and white whenever you scrub it. Looks a lot whiter than it does normally.
Here's this. No.
Just hold on to it. I don't need it right at the moment. Let's see if we can't get a decent glue on this one. This time I'm using the same area they used it before.
Yeah.
They just didn't get it glued before. Does give you a little more time to work with it when you got plenty of glue on it. Alright. Now all I gotta do is try to get that
How you gonna get that in
into
there?
there and then twist the pipe
How you gonna get it
to do
in?
both fittings. I gotta raise it up without breaking it. Like I did a minute ago.
Becky.
Yeah, I know. Then I gotta twist the pipe so it'll glue in there properly.
Looks like you're painting.
It's actually cleaning the plastic so the glue can take on it better. So the plastic looks a lot whiter when you do it in the street. So I think it's some kind of, hold this right here a minute and let's keep it out of the dirt. Get the lid on this thing before it,
Dries.
before I spill it. I don't think it dries. May evaporate, but I don't think it'll dry. Here comes the tough part. I gotta stick it in there, raise it up without breaking it. Then when I get it stuck in there, get it pushed in, then I gotta twist the pipe to get the glue to set. I wonder if I need to dig out through there a little bit further to give me a little bit more wiggle room. I think I may dig out through yonder a little bit more. Set that over there where it won't get dirty. I'm gonna dig that out just a little bit more to give me a little bit more flex, so I don't wind up breaking that pipe. I don't want to break the pipe.
Hopefully it won't roll.
I wonder how it'll do. Bring it here and let me do a test run without any glue and see how it's gonna do.
Yeah.
Let me just stick it in there momentarily to see how I can get this done. Well, it jumped out. I thought I broke it. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. It's gonna be a pain in the butt right there. I get it in there at the angle. This here puckers up and doesn't want to go in properly. Get it started, but don't do that. And I know I got mud on it. Give me a rag. Start wiping it on myself.
Here.
Reprime it again. That looks okay. Hold on to that a minute. Let me give this some thought. How am I going to do this? Tell you what, give me a pocket screwdriver because I'm going to have to try to work it in there. Wish me luck, because if I
Good
mess
luck.
up, I'm going to have to redo it. You know, if I mess up, I might redo the whole thing. the glue on it now. Take longer to dry. Gives me more working time to try to work it in there. So I hope it goes. If I can get it to go in there. It's gonna be a royal pain. There we go. Okay. Now we just gotta let her set and
For how long?
15 minutes. I got her done. Here, take this stuff. Let's get it in a bag. We are officially done with it. We'll have to turn the water back on shortly. Put that in the bag and just get everything, all the trash picked up, rags and junk we got laying everywhere. Let's get all the trash up. I think we're actually done with it. Crap. I can fall. I'm trying not to touch you so I don't get you dirty. If I touch you, I'm gonna get dirt on you. There's some more trash. All right. Let me get the water on and clean my boots. Yeah, I got mud's about 3 inches thick on my boots. But
What are you gonna do with this? Throw it away?
we got her fixed, guys.
Do I throw this away?
Yeah, throw that in the way out, and there's the bad one. Well, thanks, guys, for watching. If you like my videos, subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, so if I release any new videos in the future, you won't miss out on them. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Well, Tim, I made this tool that will go down there, and my hands wasn't strong enough to grab that thing. That goes down there and sits in there. When you want to turn it on, you just do it like that to turn it on. It's much easier. There's a tool that cuts that valve off and on down in that hole a lot easier now. So I got the water back on. Checking for leaks now. If no leaks, we should be done with it.